This is Call of Duty Black Ops 7. We're here on the PlayStation 5, specifically the PlayStation 5 Pro. The game is indeed enhanced. PS5 Pro enhanced. Be sure to like the video, subscribing is great as well. So we're going to be diving in and talking about the different elements of the experience, from the co-op campaign, to the multiplayer, to the zombies. We're going to be showing off each of the areas of the game, telling you what everything provides, and going over all the technical details as we jump in and answer the Call of Duty for this particular year. So this time, things are quite different. We have not a traditional single-player campaign, but a multiplayer one. So you have to play this online. There's no offline, there's no single-player stuff. Like, you can play by yourself, but the game is very much designed to be played cooperatively for 4 players, which you might like or you might hate. That's just how it is. So you can't really play it like you traditionally do. You have to wait to connect. If you do play it by yourself, you do get like self-revive tokens. If other people join, there's some weird, you gotta wait for everybody to load and render. It's a little bit of a mess. And this is by far the worst Call of Duty campaign they've ever compiled. It's another one of those, like, if you played Modern Warfare 3 too, it actually makes that one look really, really good. But they've done it again. They've essentially done a Warzone campaign. So you are, putting on vests. You're playing levels that are like nonsensical rehashes of stuff from Black Ops 2. It is the most creatively bankrupt, reiterating derivative Call of Duty campaign they have ever done in the history of the entire franchise. It's genuinely terrible. I wish it were better. I really genuinely do. I had high hopes. It is bad. And it is really not worth playing. And it's a little weird and grindy at times. And it's not good. It's the continued Warzone-ification of this franchise, and yeah, it's just basically they can't move on from the same characters. They are incapable of coming up with new characters or doing anything new with Black Ops. It's the same issues with gas. It's the same issue with zombies. Like, probably at least 80% of this campaign, it's just zombies. Yeah, seriously, like 80% of the campaign is zombies. The rest of it, rehashed levels, ripped from from Black Ops 2. It's it's pretty depressing, honestly. Like, the level of expectations was pretty minimal, but they did a great job of somehow hitting a lower bar than this, and I'm really genuinely not kidding. Like, this is a bad campaign. It's really, really genuinely terrible. And I also had an issue where the servers were overloaded, so I literally got like kicked out between like matches, like levels, and I was like, are you serious? And yeah, no, it's a bad campaign. I would say stay away from this one. It's quite forgettable and easy to evade if you would like to, as it's genuinely atrocious. Like, I really dislike this one, and I had a lot of problems with the storytelling and the narrative, and yeah, we'll get back to that in a sec. It is time to talk about the technical details. So the game does include 2 modes, like a regular mode, and they've kind of changed things up a little bit this year compared to the previous year. And yeah, so we're just gonna quickly go to settings, turn this off here. So we can't turn it off, or can't turn on the 120 Hz mode. We have to do that between matches. So you'll see that for like multiplayer and stuff. But we're on the regular mode, so it's 4K from 1440p, and it's 60 FPS. It used to be uncapped. It does seem like they have capped it at 60, or at least it's not giving a noticeable bump like we were kind of getting for Black Ops 6. Where's the... Oh, accessibility filter, sorry, okay. So yeah, so 4K, 60 FPS, and then if you uncap it, or well, if you go to the 120 Hz mode, it's 4K, but also from 1440p, but it goes up to 120 Hz or 120 FPS. So, not bad there. Kind of worth going to the 120 Hz mode. And then there's the Fidelity FX Cast if you want that on. There's various motion blur settings, depth of field, your on-demand texture streaming, your FOV settings, your field of view, third-person field of view, different camera setting, visual options for audio. You can adjust things such as muting the licensed music if you do any sort of video or streaming. And then, of course, you play mouse and keyboard or a controller. And if you press the start button, you can go here and you can switch to third person if you would like to play the game in third person during campaign and such like that. So that is an option for you from the technical side of things, and there is HDR support as well. And where I was kind of mentioning where they are doing something a little different, last year, you know, they were sort of having very similar technical stuff, like it was the first Pro enhancement, but the technical stuff was very similar to the previous entries, just at a higher resolution, whereas this year they have adjusted how they use the applications of the resolution scaling technology in this one. So you will notice a little bit more, like the picture quality is better, but you will notice a little bit more like blurry visual aesthetic in this one at times for the resolution scaling technology that is being deployed. Cool. So let's go and talk about the, well, I guess you could say the campaign again. So the story is in the future, like it's continuing from the events of Black Ops 2, as I mentioned. It's been, I think, like a decade or so. It's supposed to be like 2035. You're playing as Mason once again. You've got your squad with some new adjustments. For whatever reason, when you play campaign by yourself without players online, you don't have any AI teammates, but everybody pretends that there are other players around you. We're playing the like one-off mission where you play as a different squad just because it is the better mission. So this is one of the actual like levels, but a lot of the game is literally just Warzone missions, like the open world Warzone where you do fetch quests. I'm not kidding. And then you get like split levels where you're in this fantasy world. Yeah, it's really, really awkward, and that's where I'm kind of playing this one because this is the only like, I think the only actual traditional level in this game, and it plays as a different team. So that's, yeah, it's just like there's bosses, like you have to fight like a 80-foot zombie monster. There's a point where you fight a woods zombie flower monster creature thing. It's stupid. Yeah, there's like boss fights and story and character development that doesn't really make sense. The boss was great. She was lots of fun, Kagan. She's great as like this enemy CEO character. And you do weird puzzle missions. Well, maybe not puzzle missions, but you do like puzzles where you have to like solve things to open stuff and things, and it's yeah, and they reuse a lot of the multiplayer maps in campaign. Like even like Black Ops 6 maps have been reused here. So it's basically Warzone, zombies, and then recycled content with a very, very loose story that is terrible. It's genuinely, again, and then of course it's all like cooperative focus, so it's mainly meant for co-op play, and it's just, it's terrible. And then there's this end game where you do the DMZ, so they brought back the extraction kind of DMZ mode, and you fight in like an open world against other people and stuff, and you try to gather resources and things, and then you leave on a VTOL, and it's not for me, but other people might like that mode. But like this campaign is really genuinely terrible. Let's switch to the next mode. So this is the zombies mode. For zombies at launch, we have this sort of open, I guess you would call it a figure 8 of a map. Sorry, wrong button there. Ashes of the Damned, which is like a figure 8, and you have a truck with a zombie, well, not a zombie head, the truck with the bus driver head that you attach to this thing, and you drive it around the map. And it's okay. It's another Warzone like zombies. You have a few sections that you go to. It's not a great zombies level. It plays similar to what Black Ops 6 was doing in regards to zombies, but you have a little bit more story structuring here. So you get this, and then the farm area you go to after you're done here is a survival map that you can play. So yeah, basically you can do this, or you can do the one survival map, and that's all we have at launch. I would imagine they'll probably be adding content post-launch for zombies. It's not a bad start, but I'm not hugely impressed by it. You know, it's got all your usual stuff. It's round-based. You try to grab the mystery box if you can. The pack-a-punch you actually attach to the truck. This is a similar concept to Transit from Black Ops 2, where you're going through these danger zones where you can kind of get killed really easily in here, which is annoying, and you can't really seemingly fix up your truck outside of like these zones. So like if it gets damaged, you have to fix it really quickly here, or you can wait till like the round kind of resets it and stuff. You can like upgrade your truck, but yeah, you literally just slap the pack-a-punch to the back of it, which is kind of cool. You know, usual wonder weapons. Gameplay-wise, it's very, very similar to the zombies we had in Black Ops 6. It's just, yeah, the map really feels kind of okay. Like, it's alright, but I probably will not play much of this until they add more interesting zombies content, because it's just really not that great. It's okay, but yeah, it really does leave a lot to be desired. And it's okay, like the Black Ops 6 zombies was alright. You know, I actually kind of enjoyed it for what it was, but I do think that one actually had a stronger like map to it, or map selection. So yeah, that's kind of what we got here. And this is the survival areas. They just closed that off, and this is the survival map that you have, and that's basically it. You got your gumballs, you got your opening doors, you got the power switch. It's pretty straightforward zombies. If you're a zombies fan, maybe you'll really like this map. There's some open areas you can kind of run around in, do trains, fight things. Lots of abilities and stuff, and some hidden secrets and things, but yeah, it really didn't... It just kind of really didn't do it for me, if that makes sense. Like, it's... Like, I get that they were trying to go for like a Transit-like thing, but it really doesn't fully hit the mark for me, and it's kind of like, yeah, I probably won't play a whole lot of this, because I'm not really fully vibing with the zombies in this one. No surprise here. The surprise being the Dead Ops Arcade 4. So if you're not familiar with, well, the Dead Ops Arcade, a couple different modes you play. It's meant to be played cooperatively like regular zombies is. I've obviously been doing solo because I'm just showing off the modes, but either this and zombies, you know, 4 players going at it online, pretty cool. So this is a twin-stick shooter zombies mode where you collect various rewards and points. This is the 4th iteration of it. That's why it's called Dead Ops Arcade 4. And yeah, it's this, a bunch of little fun, silly mini-games. It's a pretty cool mode, something a little bit different. I love twin-stick shooters. It was kind of a fun little surprise to see this available in the game, and something that you could jump in and check out in zombies. Got a little guerrilla kind of aspect to it. It's a pretty decent experience. It's not too bad. Fun for a little laugh here or there. And they've got some neat little twists in this one, I would say for sure. This is the multiplayer portion of the experience. We're playing with the high frame rate mode being on here, so you'll notice that the resolution scaling is a little bit more aggressive, but we do get the benefit of up to 120 FPS, which obviously helps us compete a lot more against others that are playing at higher frame rates, and it just makes the experience feel a whole lot smoother, which is why this is really good for when you are playing against others competitively. Speaking of competitive play, they have gone for a setup of being a little bit different compared to the aggressive skill-based matchmaking that we've had in previous years. So they're doing what is more of a traditional skill-based matchmaking, where it takes or factors a lot less aggressively who you're playing against, which has led to what I feel is a lot better of a gameplay experience by far. The gameplay in general just feels more balanced, it feels less aggressive, and the matchmaking is so much quicker. You find matches basically instantly, and I think it makes a massive difference for this particular entry in the series. So I'm actually quite happy with what we've got going on here. So this will feel very similar to what we had in Black Ops 6, gameplay-wise. They have sadly taken away our skins from Black Ops 6 that we're supposed to carry forward because people complained, so hopefully they go back on that. But other than that, it is pretty much a very similar, or well, the same type of gameplay at its core. It just looks sharper, plays better, the weapons handle better, and we've got this bop. So, essentially, we've got wall bopping. So in the past, you'd have wall running, you'd have, you know, whatever sort of weird mechanic. Like, we've still got, like, the omnidirectional movement, where it's, like, sort of just a natural movement that you would have in real life, and now you just add this bop to it, which allows you to kind of quickly get up to a higher point. You know, it's a wall kick, as to say, but it really feels like bopping because it feels ridiculous and it looks ridiculous, and you do sort of just bop off a wall. That's right, like you're just kind of using it to gain a little bit of momentum and get to a higher point quicker, which it works pretty good at, you know, allowing you to do that. For the gameplay mechanics, though, it, like I said, it looks a lot better, it plays a lot better. I think the multiplayer in this is actually fantastic. I love it. I actually think this is really, really great. Feels like a big step up from Black Ops 6. Although it is very similar, like I was saying, I do actually think the changes and the improvements here have done a lot to actually make this feel like a way better multiplayer experience. This is by far the strongest part of the game, and it's actually something where I feel like the rest of the package actually lets down this multiplayer, because I actually think it's that great. It's really fun, it's smooth, it feels great, the modes are pretty decent. I'm not doing well this match, but, you know, it is what it is. And some of the new game modes, and, you know, this or that on it, but for me, you know, I mostly play Domination, Hardpoint. I'm hoping we get, like, Demolition and Headquarters returning would be great, or similar objective modes that I can enjoy. But yeah, for now it's pretty solid. It's great, gets the job done more than enough. I'm very happy about it. And having a great time with the multiplayer. So I would also mention that the maps are fantastic. So when Black Ops 6 launched, that game had very, very weak maps. Seriously, was not impressed with the maps at all, did not enjoy them, thought they were pretty bad. They added some good maps over the course of the lifespan of that game, but it was a very, very weak launch lineup, whereas this game, you get a couple returning favorites that we can't run away from, but I actually don't think that there is a bad map in this. I actually enjoy all of them. Which is quite rare, because usually, you know, if you're playing Call of Duty, you're sort of, I guess you would say, used to getting sort of a mix where it's like some are good, some are bad, but I actually can't really pick out a map that I dislike in this game. That being said, I am sick and tired of the returning maps. Like we got like hijacked and raid, and they look nice, they play well, they're great maps, but it's just like I am so sick of playing on the same levels in Black Ops over and over and over again, and it's just kind of like, yeah, because I don't really have a problem with them, but I'm just tired of them. I'm sick and tired of those levels. And it's kind of sad because it's like raid looks really nice in this. Hijacked is hijacked, and I'm sure they'll, you know, like Nuketown is coming, and I'm sure they'll add some other fan favorites from Black Ops 2, but it is, yeah, it's just kind of exhausting playing like the same maps every single Black Ops. And I think that's a problem this game has overall, is they just refuse to do anything new with the series. Like Black Ops has basically gotten stuck in a cycle of like, same map, same concept for Black Ops 2, just recycled over and over and over again. And I get that it's like a sequel of sorts to that one, like a direct sequel, but it really is the exact same stuff across the experience, and it just gets a little tiring playing the same thing over and over and over again. Which, you know, COD is COD, and a lot of it is the same thing, but, yeah, it's just kind of like, I don't know, I want them to break from the mold a little bit. It's got very familiar characters, because literally returning characters, but yeah, it doesn't really do anything to try to really set itself aside. I think it plays to its strengths well visually, like identity-wise, gameplay-wise. There's a lot of really good stuff in this. It's just like, the campaign is a problem, because it's not good. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. Just awful. Absolutely awful. And the co-op angle, while neat in concept, it's just Warzone. They just basically did a Warzone campaign. If that was their grand vision for like a large-scale co-op campaign in Call of Duty for Black Ops, I would say it's been a good thing that they haven't been doing it for years, because it's bad. It's really, genuinely atrocious. And Zombies is okay. It's solid, gets the job done. It's not mind-blowing, it's not thrilling and exciting or anything fresh or new. It's just more zombies. I'm not in love with the map they have chosen for it, but it's alright. Probably won't spend a lot of time playing that mode in this one, sadly, like I did with Black Ops 6. I actually played a fair bit of that. But they could add some new levels that might be cool, because the foundations and core mechanics for zombies is pretty decent. I love the round-based stuff. That's the type of zombies they should be doing more of. I like how I started actually getting some kills and stuff going on here as we get later into it. Kind of funny. Now I'm actually doing well. Unbelievable. And then the multiplayer here is fantastic. I really like it. This feels great. Looks cool, plays well. Here on the PlayStation 5 Pro, the whole experience looks and plays great, so I don't really have any problems there. The game as a package is really mixed for me. Because I thought Black Ops 6 was like, it was a solid game. It had some weaknesses, it had some okay stuff, it was like, it was so-so. And this game, it's weird because I think multiplayer really does fine-tune and clean up everything from Black Ops 6 beautifully, with its stellar selection of maps, great cool score streaks, and weapons, and leveling, and characters, minus my skins. I want my skins. They need to carry those forward. They need to relent and bring that back. Bring back my skins. Yeah, no, I really think the multiplayer is fantastic here. The maps, the levels, the design of it, it all works really, really well. And it's just sort of like, the rest of the package just really weakens it. Because I'd say it's like a weaker Call of Duty, but the core of what you play in COD is usually multiplayer, and the multiplayer is great. And then, you know, like the zombies is okay, and the campaign is terrible. So you kind of get like another solid COD, I guess, overall, when you kind of plus or minus the weak suit parts of it with the strong stuff, with the miss stuff, and you just get like an awkward mix here. But for the most part, I would say I quite enjoyed this year's version of the game, and I'm sure I'll play a lot of it over the course of the year because the multiplayer is good. It's just like, Yeah, it's got some weak points.